Alright, I know March the 8th passed us and it was International Women's Day, and I should have probably have done this video that week, but I'm a typical guy. I forgot. So what are we going to do today? We're going to do Beatrix Kiddo in Kill Bill versus Lorraine Broughton from Atomic Blonde, and see who's going to win the title in Clash of the Movie Icons. Beatrix Kiddo, also known as the Bride, is the main protagonist of the Kill Bill series. She is the romantic partner of Bill, and once was a member of the Deadly Viper Assassin Squad, and her code name was Black Mamba. Her mission is a classic one. It's revenge, and the movie Kill Bill opens up with a proverb.
Do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us revenge is a dish that is best served cold?
She is cold, she is deadly, and she's a badass. And then there is Lorraine Broughton, or the Atomic Blonde. She is a spy who has to find a list of double agents who are being smuggled into the West on the eve of the collapse of the Berlin Wall in 1989. She will do whatever it takes to get the job done. It's the Bride versus the Atomic Blonde in Clash of the Movie Icons. The Bride is a trained assassin, and so she's trained in many weapons, including guns. But she is old school, and she reverts to martial arts most of the time. As far as hand-to-hand weapons go, she uses usually what's around her, including a cast iron pan, but she always has her trusty knife with her too. The Bride's favorite weapon is a samurai sword, more specifically a Hattori Hanzo sword made by Hattori Hanzo, the finest swordsmith in the world. He said it was his finest sword he ever made, and when he presented it to her, he said, "If God gets in the way of your quest, God will be cut." Then there's this skill. Did you see that? I don't even know what this offensive move is called, but she could take your eye out. I mean literally take your eye out. This is called the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. It is a type of touch of death. In it, a person is hit on 5 different pressure points on the body. After the person moves and takes 5 steps, their heart explodes and they die. Gruesome. Atomic Blonde is also an offensive juggernaut, sharp shooting, using a variety of guns at close or long range. She is also incredible at hand-to-hand combat, with the ability to use strikes or grappling takedowns to defeat her opponents. She can disarm her enemy quickly and take on more than one foe. This secret agent is definitely innovative, using whatever may be around her. She uses an extension cord to lay out half a dozen German policemen without getting so much as a garter out of place. And when that fails, she uses a pot to do the damage. And then when she loses the pot, she goes back to the cord and even uses the refrigerator door. The most impressive improv weapon, though, has to be her red high heel. I never thought a lady's shoe could do that much damage. Look, I mentioned this off the top. March the 8th was International Women's Day, and here we have 2 ladies fighting with pots and pans. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reporting on what I see. This round here is an easy one. Atomic Blonde is kick-ass, and I would never want to meet her in a dark alley or even a well-lit alley. She is awesome. But you have to consider samurai sword, kung fu, martial arts, and the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. So for me, it's a no-brainer. This round goes to...
Go home to your mother!
For this round on defense, I'm going to let the clips do the talking.
Now, as many offensive threats that both of these ladies had, I gotta tell you, girls, learn how to block. So for that, this round, again, it's easy for me.
We have a tie. The bride was tough. She got shot in the head and woke up from a coma. Better than that, she was trained by this man, Pai Mei, supreme warrior of the martial arts Bak Mei Kung Fu. His first appearance wasn't in Kill Bill. He was introduced decades ago to martial arts fans. He was in the Kung Fu movie depicting Imperial China with his first appearance in The Executioner of Shaolin. He's a former Shaolin priest convinced his style of Kung Fu was unbeatable.
The disciples are now well aware of the fact that my Kung Fu is unbeatable.
Pai Mei is considered the Judas of Shaolin Temple. Fun fact, the man that plays Pai Mei is the same man who played so many of his opponents, Gordon Liu. Pai Mei made an exception when he agreed to teach the bride. So she went under rigorous training under Pai Mei's guidance. She learned several different martial arts styles, underwent physical training, and learned the deadly 1-inch punch. And it's this very 1-inch punch that saves the bride's life. She is literally buried 6 feet under in a coffin. She uses this technique to break out of the coffin and dig herself out of this jam. Lorraine Broughton's training is much different and much more contemporary, fitting for a spy who not only needs to kick ass, but hide her identity, infiltrate, and go gray. She's excellent at information gathering and is super intelligent and can speak many different languages. The one thing that impresses me about the Atomic Blonde is that she'll do whatever it takes to get the task completed, no matter how dangerous the situation.
This third round here is an easy one. Now, don't get me wrong, Atomic Blonde is awesome. She's got a great set of skills and she's been trained amazingly well. But you can't argue the fact that Beatrix, Kiddo, the bride, was trained by Pai Mei. This is a guy that I used to watch in Kung Fu movies 30 years ago in The Executioner of Shaolin. She knows the 5-point palm exploding heart technique. She can take your eye out, the 1-inch punch. There's no comparison. So for me, this round is easy. It goes to...
Go home to your mother!
So the scorecards are in. That's 2 rounds for the bride and 1 draw. So the Clash of the Movie Icon winner and the champ for today is none other than...
Go home to your mother!
Agree or disagree? That's just my call. So once again, I'm sorry for being late on International Women's Day, and take it from me, I live with a bunch of women, 3 daughters, a wife. Oh, hi Sophia, what's up?
Can I go out with my friends?
No, you cannot go out with your friends. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can do another video after I take my 5 steps.